Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel. It's been a minute. I've been pretty busy. I've been over on Twitch a lot. For those of you who are new around here and you don't know that, primarily my gameplay, you're going to find it on Twitch. So if you ever want to come visit me over there, links down below. For some of the newer viewers as well, I've got my Discord link down below. If you want to join, you can see every time I go live on Twitch. Get a little notification if you want to come and hang out. Anyway, also a quick thank you. I haven't uploaded anything in at least a month, and the channel is still growing. It's awesome. Really happy to see all the people coming around, leaving kind comments, all that kind of stuff. But today we are doing a replay analysis for F709. He is Plat 1 in 3s and Gold 3 in 2s, but hit Plat in 2s the other day. But this particular game is from Gold 3. So we're going to take a look at this. He says he feels like he's not in the right place a lot of the time, and he overcommits a lot. This is one of his better games, and he's not always playing like this. So usually I tend to say you want to send some of your worst gameplay in for a video like this, but we'll take a look at it and see what we can do. So it's not a bad decision to go for this aerial, but your fast aerial is a little bit slow. Your first jump, you just used it, and you're boosting, which is good, but your second jump doesn't go off until here. You can do that a little bit faster, and it will get you a little higher, and you can tilt a little bit further back, and that'll get you all the way up to this significantly before him, because he was not fast in his aerial. If you need any more in-depth anything about fast aerials, I've got a fast aerial tutorial on my channel. Just go ahead and check out the tutorials playlist. You'll find it there. So try to keep your ball cam on a little bit more. Flicker it on and off, just so you're more aware of where the ball is. Obviously, we don't want to drive up onto the ramp, but that catches even the best players sometimes, so don't be too worried about it. This challenge, you could do a little better. Try to read his car language and where he's going to hit that ball. It's definitely not going to go toward where you went here, so you want to take a little bit more inside line and block the route to the goal, because that's more likely what he's going to try to do here. But thankfully your teammate's back and gets a good clear on it. It's good patience not to overcommit. You can set yourself a little bit more for this challenge. If you had just power slid before you challenged, like here, power slide just a little bit more before you jump. You want to face the ball completely before you jump, because then when you can boost to go forward, and it just makes the challenge a little bit easier. You don't want to go directly at the ball here because he's about to touch it. You kind of want to go off to the right a little bit and up, because you know that's kind of where he's going to go. I don't hate the idea of challenging here just because they're both very close to each other, so a challenge is a good idea and is very likely to get over them and be a good challenge, but just try to work a little bit on making sure you face the ball before you actually try to challenge, because that adjustment in the air is a little difficult. Good clear from the teammate there. I can tell you're just a little bit unfamiliar with reads off the backboard. This is something that you can work on in free play. It's just a matter of time. And there, I think it's a little bit of nerves, just staring down an empty net. You don't want to mess up, so yeah, really it just comes down to knowing how that ball is going to bounce, and that's just going to take time, but you'll get it, you'll get there. Unfortunate miss from your teammate as well. There, I wouldn't go up on the wall. It's pretty, he's made it clear what he's going to do with that. So you can just fake down on the ground. This one, I like the ambition, but at your level, no offense to you, I don't think that you can score this. It's a very difficult aerial. You would definitely want to pull your nose up further. You seem a little bit uncomfortable with aerials in general, but you gotta pull your car up significantly more and get that second jump in and boost up instead of forward. Not a bad attempt by any means, especially considering your rank, but there it might be better to wait for it to come down, because if you just wait for this bounce, you might have a better opportunity to get the ball there more of the time. It's a good touch on the ball, making sure you don't miss. In this position, once you've made that clear, I would recommend you flicker your ball cam off and then back on again, because if you were to take a look around right now, you would see that one of your opponents is behind you and the other one is pretty far away, and you don't have any pressure here. So you could take this down into a dribble or do something, but instead, because you're looking up at the ball and you're a little bit panicked, you're not quite sure what's going on, and you try to rush it, and when you rush, you miss, which in turn just kind of becomes a turnover. So be a little more careful, try to be more aware, utilize that ball cam on and off so that you can see a little bit better what's going on. It's a good pass to your teammate there. He didn't seem confident going up for it. Again, your fast aerial, like, you're using the second jump, which is good, but you can do it sooner and it'll help you. But it is still a good pass. Your teammate scores it, so well done. Good patience. You want to wait and see what happens sometimes. And that's a good ball to the middle. And a goal. Just make it uncomfortable for them, and it works. That's great awareness there, just to pay attention to the fact that he is not going for that and to take a shot on the net. So, good job. I like that you go for boost on that particular kickoff instead of cheating. That's a good recovery. What I would recommend you do is, once that ball gets touched up like that, turn left all the way around and you'll be sitting at your back post, and then this ball would be more comfortable for you to deal with. You could just drive and catch it. And this is another one where you want to use your right stick and use your camera a little bit, because you would see that they're not really pressuring you too hard and you have a little bit more time with the ball there. You could maybe do something a little bit more creative. I like that you don't overcommit to that ball with your teammate right there. That's a little unfortunate. That's a difficult situation because you don't know who's going to hit it. He comes in and bumps his teammate out of the way, so you can't really predict that. That's just unfortunate. You let your teammate get far enough back though before you did anything, so all in all, it worked out. And that's just difficulty in a read there. That'll come with time, but just, in my opinion, spend a little more time in free play. Just hit the ball off the wall, see how it reacts, you know. But it's just going to come with time. Think about how that ball is going to interact with whatever it's going to hit and see if your prediction is right, and over time it'll get more and more and more correct as to what's actually going to happen, because your original line is almost like as if the wall wasn't there, is where you jump to where it would be if there was no wall. But you're I mean, you were close, but yeah, that's just time. Unfortunate. So I like that you chose to go for this, but instead of waiting and kind of driving slower, I would recommend you go faster. Because if you had gone faster, you would have gotten to this wall before he would have had the chance to get toward it again. And you could kind of drive off to the right of the ball and just pop it left. Granted, that would be to an opponent, but he might not expect it. So if you just kind of drove to the right of the ball, don't even dodge or anything, you could pop this around at least one person and buy some time for your teammate to get boost, or maybe even have an offensive attack here. But playing it a little slower and him getting a little greedy in how he played led to him getting a 50 back into your half. So, I mean, your teammate dealt with it just fine. That's a good one not to go for, and then good reaction to the pass. But I'm seeing you kind of hit the ball and wait quite a bit. So, like, if I was you, I would chase that. Try to squash that ball in. It's good to get the boost steal in. And your teammate scores. And they forfeit. Alright, so a couple of general tips for you. I'm going to say try to go into free play a little bit more and work on your pace of play. Not to say that you don't play fast enough for your rank, but just to improve at your pace of play in general and move forward in ranks. That's going to help you a lot. I didn't get to see too much ball control, so I don't know how your ball control is. Your aerial play is pretty decent. You could just work on that fast aerial a little bit. You tend to be alright with boost. You're not wasting too much. But I would say on the whole you could play a little faster. And try to make sure you take your space when you have it. Pay a little bit of attention to how others are moving around the field as well as you. Because there was a couple situations you could have done a little bit better, but it is what it is. It's not, by far, it's not a bad game. So, yeah. And just to blanket everything I've just said, all of this is coming from a place of trying to help you get better. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sorry if anything came across as rude, but I hope it helps you. Congratulations again on hitting platinum, and I look forward to seeing some more gameplay from you. Alright, so thank you for sending this in. I hope it helps you a ton. For everyone else who's watching, I appreciate your time in watching this, and I hope it helped you out. And I will catch you all next time. Peace.